breaking down the NBA offseason, the wild trades, and some signings. Here with my guy, Stat Matt Robinson. No James Jackson today, but Matt and I are going to spend this 4th of July breaking down all of the moves. Matt, what's going on, my man?
Nothing much. Happy 4th to all our listeners. Just when we're recording this, having a nice vacation in North Carolina, after some good hard work, but got to talk about this NBA offseason. It's been crazy.
Yeah, it's like it kind of goes in stages where you have the tampering period where like 40% of the stuff that you like that's going to happen is made known. And so then that gets you nice and primed up. Like, okay, oh, PJ Tucker, oh, that's cool. Oh, they're going to max Trae Young and they're going to max John. And then you get the craziness that is the KD Kyrie situation, that is the Rudy Gobert trade. We'll get to it all. But let's start with John Wall finally donning an NBA uniform again. He got to collect his, 40-some million while just chilling out, having fun on the Houston Rockets bench. Sometimes not even on the bench. He was just allowed to do, I guess, whatever while they tanked. So he's bought out and then signed by the Clippers. So I guess where I want to start is, what John Wall do you expect the Clippers to get?
The best case scenario for the Clippers is that John Wall comes in just ready to be almost like a Jason Kidd on the Mavericks kind of situation. Like knowing that he's not supposed to score more than 10 points a game. The difference between that and Jason Kidd is that Jason Kidd could shoot, and John Wall is famously like below average at threes. So he still has this incredible basketball mind. He still put up assist numbers when he played in Houston for those 42 games. But if you look at his percentages, they're way down across the board. So if he, I'm gonna change my analogy already. He needs to be like a Ricky Rubio type, just ball distributing, getting the ball into the right situations for Kawhi and Paul George. But I don't think this is anything other than a quality point guard, and that's all anyone should expect from him.
I mean, looking at their roster, like I guess Reggie Jackson is actually listed as a shooting guard, but I think he is kind of their de facto point guard. Beyond that, they don't have a point guard on the roster. Jason Preston from Ohio University, who shot all the three-pointers. He's their only listed point guard as of right now. So, I think you get kind of a beefed up version of Reggie Jackson. Remember, like people like to forget, John Wall came back not this past year, but the year before that for the second half of the season with the Rockets and showed he still had his fastball. He was still explosive on the break, and I think he averaged 21 points and just about 7 assists. So if he can add that to an already stacked, veteran, experienced, deep Clippers roster, Kawhi Leonard comes back, now you're really looking at like what we all thought the Clippers were going to be initially, which is a powerhouse.
Yeah, my thing with that is that when you average 21 and 7 on a team that's horrible, like it's not that impressive because they're basically giving you reps just to see what's going on with you, and then they shut you down because wherever they want the young guys to play more, or you're too
good.
But so John Wall won't average more than 11 points per game this year on the Clippers. But I think that's okay because I think it's more about the flow of the offense and how he fits in and how he can make the offense better than it is about him being an important scoring piece for the Clippers.
See, I put him more. I do view him. That's I think where we differ, because I think we both agree it's a net positive for Los Angeles to bring him in, but I view him more as like a 17 to 18 points per game, a guy who can, when you are, over accounting for Kawhi or over accounting for Paul George, can really just break your back in a playoff series because he's been there before. As I said, I still think he has a bit of his fastball, but ultimately we'll see. He has not been, the one thing that is really the knock on him, obviously, is he hasn't been super available. And now this stat's a little skewed because it's including the season where he got paid to sit. but he's played 132 of 410 possible games in the last 5 years, since 2018-19. So you don't know if the durability's there, and overall, I just think like if you are relying on him to be what I think he's going to be, you might be liable to get screwed because he won't be available come postseason time. But